What if Naruto the Ten Tails Part 5? Let's go. Orochimaru's forces, which are being supported and working with the Sand Village, are now invading Konoha. Whilst Konoha is trying to defend itself, of course, and protect its villagers. However, a lot of the normal villagers that aren't fighters have already been put to sleep, which makes it a little bit easier, but also makes them harder to evacuate. So this will truly just have to be a normal fight. Sasuke is gone and followed Gaara and his two siblings. Meanwhile, Naruto is waiting to see how the battle of the Hokage and the mysterious Kazekaze will develop. And soon, Orochimaru's 4 companions build up a barrier and he starts fighting the 3rd Hokage. At this moment, a few Anbu appear of Konoha to try to help, though they can't break through the barrier. But then Naruto goes up there. It's really tough to go through the barrier. However, he manages to throw a shuriken through, right in front of him. However, it is still on the other side of the barrier, and therefore he can use his Flying Thunder God technique to teleport to his kunai, and therefore he's now inside. Orochimaru and Hiruzen, who are fighting a tough one-on-one battle, haven't yet noticed him, so he tries to sneak up on Orochimaru to get back at him for what he did to Naruto's one and only friend, Sasuke. However, at this exact time, Orochimaru activates the Reanimation jutsu, and 3 cascades come out, one after the other. However, Hiruzen is able to stop one of them from coming out of the earth, so it goes right back. However, there's still 2 reanimated people that they will now have to deal with alongside Orochimaru, and it could not have been any worse. They're 2 legendary fighters, 2 Hokage, 1, the Hashirama Senju, leader of the Senju clan and founder of the Leaf Village, as well as his younger brother Tobirama Senju, the 2nd Hokage, inventor of many jutsu, including the Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Reanimation Jutsu. And until Minato came around, he was known to be one of the fastest shinobi ever. Now or never, Naruto quickly attacks Orochimaru from the back with a Rasengan to the spine, and Orochimaru falls to the ground, though when opening his mouth, another Orochimaru seems to crawl out, completely healed but in a slime-like substance. It weirds Naruto out. I mean, it is weird. He just revived himself but crawled out of his mouth? It's weird. Anyways, Orochimaru orders the 2 reanimations of the 2 former Hokage to attack Hiruzen, their student. However, since they hadn't kept any of their emotions, they also don't have free will, so they can't choose not to attack their student, so they have to fight Hiruzen. Meanwhile, Naruto is powering up to fight Orochimaru. As before, he had to hide his power, so he couldn't power up. But now, once they know that he's there, he can truly power up. Whilst it wasn't anything crazy, he did get a little bit stronger during the 1-month training period, which is of course gonna help a lot, as he'll need every help he can get to fight Orochimaru. He powers up to 3 tails immediately, and makes a whole bunch of shadow clones as well, each one equipped with a Rasengan, as he is taking a little bit more of the Jubi's power now, but it's still minuscule of what he could theoretically take, as this is not even anywhere close to 1% of the Jubi's chakra, so there's still a lot of potential upwards. However, Naruto isn't quite pushed that far yet, so that's all he would do for now. However, a select few of the Shadow Clones seem to have their Rasengan transform. It starts spinning faster and faster, anti-clockwise, until it stretches and becomes a frisbee. Then it gets white tips, whilst a different one has red tips. Another one brown, and so on, until 5 different Rasen Shuriken have formed, each one with a natural element. However, there is a few more of wind since that is Naruto's speciality. Some of Naruto's clones start attacking Orochimaru. By the way, all of the clones have the chakra cloak, but not quite the chakra tails, as it would take a lot of chakra to do so. But they all have the cloak, which makes them still a lot faster and stronger than normal. The fight is going alright, with Hiruzen fighting the 2 reanimations, and Naruto trying to fight off Orochimaru, a legendary Sani. However, Orochimaru prepared and planned this day out very thoroughly, which is why he did also think of everything possible, such as a weird kid shinobi trying to fight him even though he's technically just a genin. As he saw Naruto's strength last time when they fought in the Forest of Death over Sasuke. Now the Rasen Shuriken start and go towards Orochimaru. Meanwhile, the original is also trying to secretly put a whole bunch of kunai markers all around the vicinity, so that he can teleport all around with no issues. However, he remembers that he still has the one from before, and can use that if he backs Orochimaru up into the corner that he came from. Whilst distracting Orochimaru, Naruto goes in for a dash, and puts 5 different kunai markers up, which is more than he expected to be able to do. So he's in a pretty good place and starts teleporting all around, confusing Orochimaru, and he actually loses track of who's the real Naruto, which makes it even harder. Now all of the clones start heading towards Orochimaru, and whilst he is pretty good at defending and actually hitting the shadow clones as they are all one-shot, he does get difficulty when the real Naruto hits him. He blocks, but he doesn't disappear, as he is the real Naruto. The real Naruto is also much more agile, can hit from the back, can make strategies to go, and his battle reflexes are just much more better, as he's a real person, not someone that only takes orders as a clone of a person. Naruto actually starts overpowering Orochimaru and actually pushes him a little bit into a corner, and at that moment Orochimaru calls for his summoning, the snake. The snake actually breaks the barrier that Orochimaru sealed himself in, which could be seen as a problem, but at the moment, the only person actually being a problem is Hiruzen and Naruto. However, the other 4 Anbu do join in the fight, but Orochimaru immediately notices and hits 2 of them away, one now having to look after the 2 injured ones, and the other one not sure what to do. Naruto's fight continues, though now there's Orochimaru as well as his snake summoning, which is pretty strong, as he is one of the Sannin who has one of the 3 legendary summonings. Now Naruto uses 4 tails of the chakra cloak of the Jubi, which makes his power and speed more than twice as powerful as before. Now Naruto is truly so fast, Orochimaru can barely even see him, and Orochimaru doesn't have any more clones on him, which is good, but now the power is focused on Naruto. So his Rasengans are much more powerful, his speed increases, his chakra usage decreases as he's much more effective in fighting. He can concentrate on his own and is just much better in this scenario. Naruto is completely outplaying Orochimaru in speed, agility, and at the moment, strategy, as Naruto is very good at making strategies and has learned from Hiruzen, a Hokage, who has a lot of experience in battle, so Naruto kind of picked that up over the years, and experience-wise, he's ahead of almost everybody he knows, even some of the higher ranking Jonin, like Ibisu. Even when the snake summoning joins in, Naruto still outspeeds both of them, as the sneak can't do much at the moment, as because of its size, it's not agile, so it can't compete with Naruto. Naruto's Rasengan are getting incredibly powerful right now, as he's using more and more chakra in his attacks, not just his speed. His Rasengan right now could be compared to 10 of those before, and he's using them smarter and faster than ever before. However, this also is due to some of the rage that he has at the moment for Orochimaru attacking his teammate, and now also his grandfather figure, the Hokage, which is also really important for Naruto because he's the one that protects him and runs the whole village. At this point, Naruto does send 3 shadow clones of his to help out Hiruzen, though he actually almost now finished defeating the 2 former Hokages, as they are just reanimation, so they're not at their full strength. However, the 3 shadow clones do help a tiny bit at finishing them off. Now they're unsealed, and Hiruzen is free to fight the actual Orochimaru again. However, he sees Naruto, basically student, fighting against Hiruzen's student, one of the Sani, which is incredible, as Naruto is only 12-year-old, a genin, yet he's competing on a Kage level battle. This is incredible. Insane even. Even prodigies like Kakashi could not compare to something like this. However, even though Naruto seems to got it, Hiruzen still helps him out, as this is not a joke or a friendly match. It's almost a war. It's a battle, definitely. And even brings back some of Hiruzen's flashbacks to the 2nd and 3rd Shinobi War, which he played a big role in, especially the 2nd, as the 3rd was mostly done by Minato, though of course Hiruzen still helped a lot too, being the Hokage and all. So now they try to finish off Orochimaru, and they're actually on the upper hand, when the 4 subordinates that built and made the purple looking barrier come back and try to help Orochimaru in his battle, as they see that he's currently losing. They aren't crazy strong, but they aren't weak either. They're at a probably high tuning level, which is still pretty good, and helps out Orochimaru at least in some way, as he is able to recover slightly and heal his wounds, as in a 2v1 battle he can't really take time to heal, as even a single second can't be spared. However, Naruto makes quick work of the 4 quote-unquote weak shinobi and packs them up in a neat box, handing it to Orochimaru, then kicking his legs and punching him in the face, making him fly back a meter. 3 feet if you're American. Then Hiruzen helps out in the combo, and they keep on attacking Orochimaru till he's finally on the verge of collapse, as he's used most of his chakra and is just thinking of ways to escape at this point and abolish all of his plans, as it's clearly not working. Naruto helping Hiruzen was simply too strong. That wasn't calculated in the plan completely. It was calculated that someone was going to help Hiruzen, of course, but not someone this powerful. He was fighting Kage level fighters after all, and winning at that. And of course, he had the Ten-Tailed power, which is feared and known amongst every shinobi and their mom. Orochimaru thinks of a quick way to escape, which is use an earth-style disappearance jutsu where he basically goes into the earth, similar to how Zetsu does it. And once he's halfway, Hiruzen grabs him by the shoulders and tries to pull him up again, whilst Naruto is trying to attack him, and Orochimaru has only his arms to defend as he's stuck in the ground and can't move his lower body. And since he has to block Naruto's attacks, he can't do any more jutsu, so he just needs to wait, I guess, or he's doomed. Naruto makes another shadow clone as Orochimaru's 4 henchmen are now slowly coming back to consciousness and want to help their master. The one shadow clone isn't enough and they deal with him after 30 seconds as they aren't at their full power anymore and Naruto is pretty strong even yes, his shadow clone. They try to attack Hiruzen to let their master pass through the earth. The Naruto stops attacking Orochimaru and now goes for the 4 henchmen. However, that gives Orochimaru a slight chance to attack Hiruzen and then is able to fulfill his jutsu and disappear. After that, all of Orochimaru's henchmen retreat too, as well as the Sand Shinobi. However, Hiruzen is actually hurt. He is bleeding a little bit. Not crazy, but his arm is broken and his chest is somewhat bleeding. However, luckily it's not going to be a fatal wound, as of course even a smaller wound for an old man like Hiruzen can be pretty dangerous, but it's going to be fine for now. However, at this point Naruto sees and notices a completely different chakra. Not any of the enemies, but Gaara, the One-Tailed, who's still fighting Sasuke, or at least Sasuke is trying to hunt down Gaara to finish their battle. He went along with, well, rather not along, but Sakura and Shikamaru followed him, and therefore are now trying to help him. And after Hiruzen is dealt with and is now going towards the hospital, Naruto can focus on Sasuke and Gaara, his friend and his new companion, you could say, which he has a lot of connections to, personal connections, such as being a jinchuriki and a former jinchuriki, or half jinchuriki, whatever you want to call it. However, at this point Naruto is powered up so fast, he appears there in almost an instant with his 4 tails, and even powers down to 3 tails on the way. However, he's still incredibly powerful, knocks back Gaara and Sasuke who are about to clash, hitting both of them unconscious into a tree nearby. Temari and Kankuro are fine with this as they didn't want the fight to happen at all, and they're told by Naruto that the fight is over and the battle is over. He's of course a little wary, though he's not gonna hold a grudge towards them as they explain exactly what happened and how they were basically forced to participate in the Konoha crush. Sasuke and Gaara come to again, and they're gonna be fine. Hiruzen heals his wound, and that's gonna be it for the Konoha crush. Hope you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!